All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, and glory to our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone who do rule and teach well. Peace and blessings, as always, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakathum, to sincere Akim and Akwath, listening and learning, keeping the faith and diligence of our Lord Yahweh Shai, the hopefully elect. So there's a lot going on around the earth, and of course, it's a sign that this place is rapidly passing away. You know what I'm saying? This earth, which is currently ruled over by the heathen under the vibration of Satan, which with Esau, Edom being the head, okay, mainly Amalek, all right? There's a lot of events taking place, a lot of staged events that are ending up in a lot of people going back to the spirit world, which we'll touch on today. But let's do this real quick, right? Because we always reference this, okay? Because, we understand through the spirit that what's playing out, is with all these shootings and, schools getting blown up and, people just all of a sudden just dropping dead and all of this is orchestrated chaos, man. Okay, and it goes back to Latin, okay, to this Latin phrase, which is Ordo ab Chao, okay? And Latin was the language of the ancient Western Roman Empire, okay, which has come back today in the form of NATO and the EU, with America, Babylon the Great being the head of the beast system, okay? So what was then is now. So you see here, Ordo ab Chao is a Latin phrase meaning order from chaos, and that's these devils' motto. See, this is how they live, right? It is a motto associated with the 33rd degree of Masonry. Check that out, right? So this Ordo ab Chao is directly tied to the 33rd degree of Freemasonry, which I believe is the highest degree that you can reach in Freemasonry, all right? And of course, we know 33 goes back to 6, okay? 3 plus 3 is 6, all right? 23 is another high Freemason number, all right? 3 times 2, 6, okay? Symbolizing the idea that order can emerge from disorder and confusion, which is what the powers that be, the elites of Edom, are pushing on the earth right now. Disorder and confusion, reflecting a journey towards understanding and enlightenment, which is ultimately going to end with the NWO being established. That's the end goal of all of what they're doing. Okay, so when you see, all right, things like this is Ordo ab Chao, man. Okay, Charlie Kirk shot and deleted at Utah event. Gunman still at large, sources say. And it's very strange how you have the gunman that allegedly took this guy out. He's still at large. I mean, this was at a let me see here, Slakia. Okay, they don't mention what type of event that it was, but it was a large gathering where there was a lot of people, okay? And this guy was just allowed to pop up, put this guy down and flee the scene, okay? And then they still looking for this guy allegedly, all right? But we know that the devil is all over this, man, okay? I don't know who this guy is, Charlie Kirk. I'm not sure what affiliation that he has besides Donald Trump. But the fact that this guy's been taken out, they're gonna use this, okay? They're gonna run with this story right here, as they have with all the other stories that have been coming out recently of the Minneapolis shooting and the guy that drove from Vegas to New York to shoot up the NFL headquarters or something like that. Another guy drove from wherever to the CDC to shoot him up. You know what I'm saying? All these events you've been having take place, this is all being used to justify implementing a surveillance state. Okay, this is why now you have heavy talks of these devils implementing Palantir and the Gideon technology, in which they're going to pretty much be scrubbing the internet 24/7, looking for what they deem as a threat, all right, to their kingdom. All right. So let's read a little bit of this. Conservative activist and Turning Point USA co-founder Charlie Kirk died Wednesday after he was shot at an event at Utah Valley University. President Trump confirmed. He was 31 years old. The suspect is still at large, 3 sources said. Utah Valley University police said they are going building to building to evacuate people. And this happened at a university. All right. Now, especially if there's an individual such as Charlie Kirk that's there, security, I'm pretty sure they had security there. There was police and things of that nature, because you always have police on these campuses, all right, or at least some type of security, all right. So it's very strange that this guy was able to get up in there and get close enough to Charlie Kirk to take him out, all right. Very strange. It says, the great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had the heart of the youth in the U.S. of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me, and now he is no longer with us. Mr. Trump wrote on Truth Social, Melania and my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife, Erica, and family. Charlie, we love you. Okay, so that's Trump right there. Now, I did this, right? I went to chat. Okay, pull it up right here. I went to chat and I typed in how many mass shootings have there been in the U.S. in the past month? And this is what it gave me, all right? So August 2025, confirmed mass shootings. According to the list of mass shootings in the United States in 2025, it says using the criterion of 4+ victims shot, injured, or killed, excluding the shooter. Mass shootings in August 25, 41 incidents. All right, so you had 41 incidents of mass shootings, events where 4+ victims were either shot, injured, or killed. All right, fatalities, 40. Okay, so pretty much damn near 100% of these incidents were fatal. Okay, so somebody died in each one of these events, and this is just 1 month. In 1 month, there was 41 incidents of mass shootings in America, and no doubt, it was more than that have gone underreported, but this is just what we know. Injuries, including shooters, 193. Goddamn, you see that? So these devils are going hard, man, because they want to push implementing this surveillance state with this Palantir and the Gideon technology, because that's where they're going, because they need to know who is going to send against them, and they need to know before pretty much the people are able to get a drop on these elites. Okay, so that this is why they're putting all this out here, and they're going to justify doing it by their laws and legislation. Okay, let's get a scripture. Daniel chapter 8. All right, because it says that by peace he's going to destroy many. Okay, and this is him bringing in his peace, but at the same time he's destroying a lot of people. And of course we understand overall that it's the judgment of Yahweh Bashmiel Shai going forth, because we're in a time of judgment. The doors of mercy are closing, so a lot more people are going to be put to death in this time. All right, Daniel 8:25, and through his policy, which is his laws, legislation, his wicked, unrighteous decrees, Also, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. Now, what craft? As we just read the definition, Salakia, Salakia. As we just read the definition for order or ordo ab chaos, okay, which is pretty much order out of chaos. Okay, that's these devils' mantra. Okay, that's what they live by. They bring the chaos and they're justified in bringing in their wicked order. All right, so through his policy, his laws, his legislation, his left hand witchcraft, right, he's causing craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. You see, so in the name of peace and safety, he's destroying a lot of people. Okay, just like how he did with the CV-19 with the serpent venom. He told you that what this is for your own good. This is for peace and safety, right? And what ended up happening? Many people were and are still being destroyed by that thing, right? He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. All right. So finally, when he meets Yahushai and the host of heaven, his ass gonna be put down. Okay, it's not gonna be a fight, but this devil is being allowed to continue a short space so the prophecy can be fulfilled. But overall, he is gonna lose. All right. Let's go to Psalms 10. Psalms the 10th chapter. Psalm 10 and let me see. Let's start at yeah, Psalm 10 and verse 6. He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. And that's how this devil operates. Because remember, this man is the serpent. Okay, so Esau likes to operate covertly. He doesn't like to be seen. Okay, he likes to send people out, just like how they sent out this hitman to take out that guy, what's his name? Yeah, Charlie Kirk, right? So he sent that hitman out to take the dude out, man. All right, now who knows what he did, because all these people that are connected, I mean, if Trump knows him, then he's plugged into some, he's in the know of something or a lot, okay? So who knows what the situation was. But they sent an agent to take this guy out, okay, for whatever reason. And this is all for a bigger agenda, you see? But that's him lurking in the secret places of the villages, man. Okay, going around, sending people out, just like how, Esau, and we've seen the videos to where this devil, he got super realistic masks that these police officers can put on, and they'll look like a Jake. You know what I'm saying? They'll look like a so-called black man. And what they'll do is they'll go out, into the Jake neighborhoods, and they'll, pretty much pit one against another. Like they'll act like they from a certain gang because they, you know what I'm saying? Esau got all the intel that he need to operate like that. Okay, because Esau even infiltrate the gangs, man. Okay, you got certain individuals in these gangs that is paid off, paid off informants, giving, the feds information and things like that. So Esau will go in there and then he'll know, okay, will he be around here at this certain time, or I know his baby mama or whatever the case, right? And they'll set up an event to have gangs, pretty much go to war with each other, man. So it's never ending beef. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of time, Jake, with these gang wars, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you'll have Jake come to agreement, a ceasefire, and Jacob be chilling. Okay, but Esau don't want that. So Esau would send in a agent provocateur to stir things back up. And then that's when you'll see 20 dead during the Labor Day weekend, man. Okay, and a lot of them shootings that be happening, Esau is in the midst. Okay, it's not all Jake all the time. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Jake is wicked. But, I mean, if you know, okay, the block ain't never that hot, man. Okay, so these devils are always in the midst, fanning the flames, making things, get out of control so they can bring in the order. Okay, that's how they work. All right. It says, verse 9, he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. He croucheth and humbleth himself that the poor may fall by his strong ones. You see that? So Esau definitely has agent provocateurs that work on the covert tip, to go out there and make things happen. All right.
We did receive video of the moment that shot rang out. We heard from our Aaron Katursky, Bob, that reports say that possibly that bullet hitting Charlie Kirk's neck, as our Aaron Katursky was describing, you could actually see blood pouring out. We did hear straight from Charlie Kirk's organization that he co-founded, Turning Point USA, that he is in the hospital, and they are all praying for him. Prayers coming from the President of the United States to those involved in his organization, those that have been on the tour with him. Aaron Katursky, anything new that you have learned as we will continue, of course, to hit the top of the hour here? We're trying to get as much information as possible about the condition of Charlie Kirk after being shot there on the university campus in Utah.
It seemed, according to eyewitness accounts and by law enforcement experts who have viewed the video, to be a very difficult injury from the single shot that struck Charlie Kirk. So everyone in the administration is sending prayers for his survival and well-being, but everyone is also braced for what could be some difficult news, Kira, because the single shot.
Yeah, it's a lot of death going on out here, man. And, it's the judgment of the Heavenly Father, but, at the same time, the Lord is using Esau to make these things happen, okay? Another one that happened today. At least 4, okay? So this would be for the month of September, This would be one of those mass shootings, okay? Because the criteria is 4 more people being shot, injured, or killed, okay, in an event. All right, so this says at least 4 injured in apparent mass shooting in, I guess, San Francisco. Yeah, San Francisco, India Basin neighborhood, police say.
From ABC 7, live breaking news.
And that breaking news, a violent night in San Francisco. 4 people shot in the city's India Basin neighborhood. Then outside the emergency room, another shooting. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Dan.
So you heard that? So there was a shooting, all right, in the San Francisco India Basin neighborhood. And then they said outside the emergency room, there was another shooter. Let me play that back, man, because that was wild.
Violent night in San Francisco. 4 people shot in the city's India Basin neighborhood. Then outside the emergency room, another shooting. Good evening. Thank you.
So outside the emergency room, you had another shooting. Come on, man. You can't tell me that all of these events that are taking place are not orchestrated. Now, yeah, I mean, you have a lot of demons out here as well. But at the same time, it's just too many coincidences happening within a short amount of time for this to really be organic. Okay, because, yeah, let's get Matthew 24. All right, let's go to Matthew 24 real quick. Because this is crazy, man. I mean, you have one shooting in a neighborhood, and then another shooter pops up at the emergency room. Like, they just spawning or something, man. It's crazy. Matthew 24. and verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. See? So iniquity, sin upon sin, is at an all-time high, and the love of many, all right, is waxing cold, man. When you go into that word there in the Greek, all right, Strong's G5594, it's psycho. You see? So a lot of people are going psycho, losing their minds. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, in the Greek, psycho, okay? And it says, to breathe, blow, cool by blowing, to be made or grow cool or cold. Waning love, okay? So a lot of people are just cold-hearted out here, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are cold-hearted, you know, just not giving a damn, because people feel as though, you know, they have nothing left to lose. So, you know, as the old saying goes, when people got nothing left to lose, that's when they lose it. You see? So, and furthermore, man, this is an even bigger indication that Esau really crashing in society. Because the fact that you have so many shootings happening out here, and it's being allowed to happen, clearly from this, there's gonna have to be some some type of resolution, okay? Because people are already calling for it. People are already calling to ban guns, and we need to reform the Constitution or throw away the Constitution and this and that, because we can't have people keep dying like this. And this is exactly the type of rhetoric that these devils want to be out here, man. Okay, because they're going to be justified in coming in and pretty much clamping down on everybody. That's why they're trying to get rid of free speech. They trying to, you know, saying pretty much get rid of freedom of travel. You know, they're trying to do away with you know, privacy, because these devils even want to set up Palantir inside your home. Okay, I mean, they've already been spying on you for years with Amazon, Alexa, and Siri. And what's that other one that you can talk? I guess Chat GPT now. You know what I'm saying? So these devils have been surveilling you, but they want to make it a system now. You know what I'm saying? They want to take the surveillance out of the hands of private businesses and put it into the hands of the federal government to now, where they can mass surveil everybody, man. That's why right now they setting up cameras, you know what I'm saying? Hundreds of thousands, millions of cameras in these major cities to just watch people, okay? So this is what you got going on. San Francisco, you know what I'm saying? San Francisco mass shooting there, okay? Charlie Kirk shot dead today. Check this one out. 3 teens, including suspected shooter, in critical condition. And notice with these events, right, when these shooters go out, they always take themselves out, okay? They harm the victims, and then they always take themselves out, man. So that there is no testimony, there is no trial, and he won't be held to justice, okay? Now, a lot of these events are orchestrated and set up because Esau has agent provocateurs, but yeah, I mean, people really do die in these events, and that's the point, right? For Esau, that's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone, you know, because at the same time, you know, he gets to push forward his agenda, and then, you know, somebody dies behind it, okay? Because this devil has a, you know, Depop agenda going on as well. Yeah, 3 teens, including suspected shooter, in critical condition after shooting at Evergreen High School, okay? A 4th minor was also transported to a hospital, so I guess you can call that another mass shooting. Okay, because 4 individuals were injured in this event, including the shooter. All right. It says Evergreen, at least 3 teenagers were in critical condition after being shot Wednesday afternoon on the grounds of Evergreen High School. The suspected shooter was among the 3. A 4th child was also transported to a hospital. Jackie Kelly, a spokesperson with the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, says she could not provide details on their injury. All right, so that's pretty much, I mean, you get the point. Okay, but all of these things happening today, man. All right, Palestinian gunmen, okay, kill 6 people in attack at Jerusalem bus stop, and this happened over the weekend. But notice that when you deal with these devils, it's always a 6 thrown in there, okay? Which shows you that the devil is all over this, man. And this is a false flag that these small hats use to justify now going in Gaza, because it's a very convenient timing for this to happen, is it not? Because just the other day you had the IDF pretty much announced that they're gonna mass evacuate Gaza, pretty much clear everybody out that's been over there, and you know, move them out of there. Then you have this event happen, which is gonna justify that action, okay? So these devils are all over the place, man, but at the same time, they're being found out, okay, because their moves are getting sloppy, all right? And that number, like I said, man, that number 6 is always there, you know what I'm saying? Letting you know that the devil is involved, all right? When you read Revelation, the 13th chapter, it tells you that it's the number of a man, you know, 666, man, and that's Esau Edom, the so-called white man, okay? That's his number. Anything he's attached to, he always put that 666 in there, all right? Because why? He's the man of sin. See, he comes in the vibration of Satan. So these devils are, you know, being revealed in this time, man. You know, Palestinian gunmen opened fire at a bus stop in North Jerusalem on Monday, killing 6 people. Oh, Salaki, okay, this happened on Monday, right? Killing 6 people and wounding several others, according to officials. The bus stop is at the busy Ramont junction of Yigal Street, which leads to East Jerusalem. All these mass shootings,
You see that?
man.
That's what stress-free furniture shopping looks like. How does Bob's do it? Furniture heroes like Mike from training. He makes sure every one of our associates gets a PhD in furniture functionality. So when you're looking for the Swiss Army knife of small space living, we know to point you to the Playday with hidden storage and a pop-up sleeper without being pushy or salesy. Because we're here to help, not sell. Thanks, Michael. Or should I call you Professor?
Everyday low prices, no pushy salespeople.
Bob's Discount Furniture.
We begin tonight with the attack on morning rush hour commuters in Jerusalem. Authorities say 6 Israelis died after 2 Palestinian gunmen opened fire at a bus stop. The attack comes as Israel increases its aerial.
And they were Palestinian gunmen. Okay, notice how they want to put the blame on the Palestinians. Oh, they're attacking us. They killed 6 of our citizens. Get out of here. See, all this is these devils sent out, okay, one of their agent provocateurs, you know what I'm saying, whether it's one of their own or indeed was a Palestinian that they paid off or put under some, you know, MK Ultra mind control to go out and perform this act, okay? But it's all to forward what? Their agenda. It's the same thing you see happening in America and in you know, Europe. Okay, all these events are taking place. All these mass casualty events are taking place to push forward the agenda of the elites.
Assault on Gaza City in advance of its planned occupation to wipe out what's left of Hamas fighters. CBS's Elizabeth Palmer in London.
You know, and that's why you know, Trump is putting them National Guard out there, because his justification for doing it is what? We need to combat crime in these cities, right? Well, with all these mass shootings go on, you know, now he's justified in, you know, not only sending the National Guard, but keeping them there, all right, to make sure that these events, which they orchestrated, by the way, are contained or don't happen at all. Okay, it's all in the name of peace and safety. Okay, that's what you need to understand, man. All right, so with everything going on, you know, these devils are, you know, being exposed, man. Okay, because you even have people on social media calling these devils out and saying, you know, pointing out the discrepancies, you know, in these certain events, and damn, it's just like it's back to back. You know, it's like you can't go one day now without hearing that there's a mass shooting going on, and it's putting people in fear. All right, which is why people are calling for, you know, the laws to be reformed and make it stricter for people to, you know, purchase and own firearms, man, because of these events. All right. Let's get that. Thessalonians. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, we'll start at the top. The man of lawlessness. Now we beseech you, brethren, ye Salakia, by the coming of our Lord Hamashiach Yahushai, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter as from us, as that the day of Hamashiach is at hand. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin, the son of perdition. All right? That man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, which is Esau, Edom. Okay, he is the man of sin. He is the son of perdition. You know what I'm saying? He was tailor-made to be destroyed. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called Yahweh, or that is worshipped, so that he as Yahweh sitteth in the temple of Yahweh, showing himself that he is Yahweh. Okay? And we've, gone through the lesson showing you how, this man's inward desire is to be like the Most High. Okay, to where he has a God complex, and everything that he's doing with the surveillance and wanting to know every damn thing. That all goes into him having that God complex. You know what I'm saying? Him wanting to have full control over what you do, even what you think, man. Okay, because this devil want to surveil you underneath the skin. That's going to be the ultimate surveillance that they want, and that's going to come in the form of the MOTB, which is the RFID microchip. 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 5, remember ye not that when I was with you, I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know that withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time, which is now. Okay, this devil's being revealed, man. And the more that he push forth these diabolical agendas, the harder that it's going to be for him to hide himself. Really, these devils not trying to hide it no more. Okay, and I remember saying a while ago, man, that look, the time is going to come where these devils, they not going to give a damn whether you know about the agenda or not. Okay, because we're at the time now where they're executing the plan. So they don't give a damn if you know what's going on or not, because really, what are you going to do about it? Okay, and that's their mindset, man. So, so what if they know? What the hell are they going to do about it? We got more guns than them. We got, super advanced technology, we done juice people up. So if they want to buck up, then we got something for their ass, man. That's how Esau is really moving in this time. All right, very cutthroat, very devilish. All right. Yeah, ye know that withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. Okay, and all these events, you know what I'm saying? People getting, shot up, deleted, all these mass casualties, man. All these things are lying wonders, because on the surface, people look at it and it's like, oh my gosh, people are going crazy. It's so much death out here. But behind the scenes, who do you have working? It's Satan. It's the devil, man. Okay, he's the one setting these things up to justify himself, bringing in his new totalitarian world order, okay, in which you will be a perpetual slave, you will own nothing, and you will be happy. Okay, that's what all of this is leading to. Okay, also, this is going to be more justification for merging man with machine, because through this, they're going to say, well, oh, this is why we need to, implant chips within people's brains, because now if these people have ill thought to go out and do some evil, now we can know and track and trace this individual and get to them and subdue them before this even becomes a reality. Okay, listen, man, Esau's deep. Okay, this devil, the scriptures tell you that he accomplished a diligent search. All right, that the heart is deep. So these devils, man, the way that they're moving, they're just laying it all out. All right, and they're, they're already talking about implementing that Gideon technology. But listen, bottom line is we're weeks, months away from these devils going to the next phase of the agenda. Okay, so more of these events are going to keep happening. All right, you're going to start seeing more of these things happen in your neck of the woods. And this is why there's going to be 15-minute cities. You know what I'm saying? This is why they're going to shut down travel. Okay? This is where all these things are going: complete control, surveillance state, and ultimately locking you down. All right? So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out. Lord will, this lesson has been edifying through the Rakah Kadash, called Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash. And until next time, Lord willing, shalom to the elect. Kom Yashala Wa Bible Ball.